Hey, Kim, it's great to see you today. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely. It is so good to see you again. It's been a bit of us connecting lately, and it's been fabulous. So thank you.
It has been. So you're working on this new coaching program that you'll be starting next month, I believe, and you asked me to be one of the guest experts for it, but I was kind of curious. I want to know a little bit more about the program. So if you could tell me some things about it and what all the women will be doing, I'd really appreciate it.
No, absolutely. So this is a 6-week group coaching program for women in transition who want to move from where they are right now, which is what I'm hearing, and who I really want to be supporting are women who are feeling, overwhelmed, anxious, burned out, ready to redefine what joy looks like in their life, redefine their vision of success, and really create a life that is going from frustration and angst into more joy, more inner peace, more confidence, more purpose, and more clarity, but just don't know how to get there. It's called Move from Fear to Freedom and Create a Life You Love. And the reason why it is that is because I believe you can create a life you love. And I say that from being a woman who spent a lot of her life living in adversity and a lot of sadness and a lot of confusion. And what I realize is you can actually create it. It's not easy, but you can do it.
So what's the biggest fear you had to overcome?
Oh gosh, I have had so many my whole life until probably almost 40. Felt like I was constantly dealing with fear of something. But the biggest one I would have to say is really, actually, it comes down to the fear of not belonging. And, that's going to come from not feeling comfortable or confident in my own skin, not feeling worthy, not feeling like I am enough. That was a story that I grew up with my entire life, as I was adopted when I was 6 weeks old and then left behind and abandoned when my parents got divorced. And so I had a recurring theme over and over and over with many layers of trauma and adversity. And it really, the journey to become comfortable in my own skin, to be authentically me and be okay with that was the biggest fear, And I have not arrived, but I am pretty much living with mostly peace, mostly sustainable confidence, mostly authentic joy. And I want to help other women who are hungry, who really want that for themselves. I want to help them to be able to do that as well.
So when you talk about it's a program that offers transformation to people, what exactly do you mean by transformation? I mean, there's so many programs that people say, well, this is transformative, but what does that mean?
Right. Transformation is really moving from where you are right here into the next level of, right? So this is a journey. So part of the title of my program is Move from Fear to Freedom and Create a Life You Love. It is a journey to your authentic self. So I'm not claiming that all of a sudden you will feel like you have arrived, but it's a journey, and you will be at a next level of mindset mastery and of thinking and of feeling, because you have owned more of your truth and your story, and you would have reframed, and you would have learned new skills and learned new tools and gain new resources, not just from me, by the way, but from like-minded women who are coming and who are brave and courageous and strong, and coming from behind the smiles, the veiled smiles I like to see, or maybe taking down the masks, to collaborate together and to realize, you know what, I am not alone, right? So many women don't transform into next levels of their careers or in relationship or in healing or in their purpose because they stay stuck in feeling that they're alone, or shame. Anyone relate to that? Or guilt? But when you come together with
women,
women,
they feel that they're imposters, right? And everybody's going to realize it.
Yeah, that's exactly one of the topics that I'll be coaching through. So I'm coaching through 6 weeks. The full 6 weeks. And then I have invited 6 guest experts, including yourself, to come and share your thought leadership. Because here's the deal, is I'm taking a mind, body, soul approach to helping you women be your best you in 22 and beyond. And it's all based in authenticity. It's not enough just to, put on pretty clothes and feel like you're going to make it. It's not enough to create, a vision and goals and a vision board and think that that's enough. So I am talking about, here are some of the topics I'm talking about. Mindset mastery, because the quality of your self-talk absolutely dictates the quality of your life. And so many women, whether it's my clients or friends or colleagues, they struggle with limiting beliefs, unworthiness, fear. Fear and anxiety really keeps folks stuck. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about, to your point, how to overcome imposter syndrome, right? And the fact of the matter is some research shows that about 75% of women in their careers feel like they're imposters. They're not good enough. They don't have what it takes. Why do I think I can do this? It's not uncommon. And so we're going to be talking about, how do you overcome that? Certainly, that is something that I had struggled with. We'll also be talking about how to cultivate healthy relationships with yourself and with others, personally and professionally. Just have honest conversations around, boundary setting, around finding your voice and accessing it in healthy ways in relationships, about, how to communicate with more efficacy, whether that's raising your hand and leaning in at the table, or whether that's trying to navigate a difficult conversation with a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Other things we'll talk about is how to show up with confidence every day. That's usually the first step that people come to me for coaching, style coaching and image consulting, is they want to be more confident. Well, how do I do that?
Well, that's because you seem so poised and confident, right?
Oh gosh. You know what? That's so funny. And I just want to share with you that one of the reasons why I created this is not because I have all the answers. Clearly, I'm bringing in experts too, but because still today, even just this last week, I have women who will say to me, but you look so confident, or the way that you communicate. And I have an example to share with you. I just ran a couple half marathons and a trail run that was unplanned in Hawaii. And a woman said, "You make that look so easy." And it's really important to me for people to know that nothing is easy, but rather what I have done is, in the private space, in the private thoughts, in my private life, I have honed habits and discipline and commitment to not quit on myself, even, maybe when I wanted to. And that is something that other women can learn how to do as well. People say, "Oh, you and your husband have such a great relationship and you guys look so happy." Well, that's because we put in the work. When we got married, we said no shortcuts. And by the way, I came from a domestic violence first marriage where I started my business homeless 21 years ago. So it's not just some magic pill that I've taken. It's really the choices that are based on understanding my core values, which was something I had to learn, and then creating a life based around those core values so that I could create a life of meaning and purpose. And the end result looks like more confidence, more joy, more inner peace, and more freedom. And that's exactly what I'd love to support and champion other women in doing, especially now. Let me tell you, now more than ever is the time for us to be honest and self-aware, and to choose to be authentic and see where we want to go and what's holding us back, so that we can overcome those setbacks and really get going, and not only for our own lives, but so that we can be in greater service to others.
That's beautiful. I love that. And
thank you.
Yeah. So clearly you've said women, women, women this whole time. So the program is not for men.
Not this time. It is for women.
And how can women get involved and join us on this journey?
Absolutely. So there is a link below where you can find out more. You can hear about Jill and all the other guest experts. So you can find out, what results you can expect, and you can learn more about the details. And I do want to let you know that it also starts January 12th. January 12th is our official launch, and we're meeting on Wednesdays from 7 to 8:30. We'll have plenty of engagement. It's all about you, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It is so much about you and you relating and connecting and conversing and also learning from other women, not just from me. So there'll be coaching, there'll be discovery exercises and homework, if you will, but then there'll be collaboration there as well, and we'll be in community throughout the week as well. And that's what I know. If you think that this may be for you, but you're just not quite sure, then I invite you to a complimentary clarity call, because I'd love to know.
Oh, that's beautiful and so generous of you to do.
Yeah, well,
decide if that's what they want.
Well, how else?
Yeah.
You and I talked about this before, and it's just when people feel seen and they feel heard, sometimes that's just what they need, and they hear their own voice out loud, and then they can figure out what their own next steps need to be. Absolutely, I'd love for them to be a part of the program if that's what works and aligns with them, but that's not always the case. So if you're on the fence, I invite you to a complimentary clarity session, and we'll talk about what your unique season is, what your goals are, what you want to accomplish from the program, and we'll see if it's a good next fit for you.
Yeah. And I think it's important that to state that I know you, and when you're offering a clarity session, that doesn't mean it's going to be a sales call.
Right.
You're actually going to work with people, and they will get things out of that call.
Excuse me. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. What I know to be true is with all of my clarity sessions, you will have at least three, and I can confidently say that because there's always more. At least 3 takeaways that you can move into action right now, whether you decide to move forward with the program or not. And that's the good news. So it's no risk, and it's a great next step. It's a great next step. I know it's scary sometimes to say, hey, I'm going to take down the veil of the smile and come out and, choose authenticity for myself and vulnerability in front of others. That I know that feeling. So this is a way you can see if we would even work well together. And so I invite you to do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time today to talk to me and explain more. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, Jill. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And make it a great day, everybody. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. Take good care. Bye for now.
Bye.